Welcome to this formatting tutorial. We have Clarity in Everyday Life here, the French version. We want to format as a normal website, A4 size. So we're going to use the template. First of all, we're going to put this version into one side of the screen. So I choose one view, one page, and then I minimize it and I just push it on one side of the screen. It takes exactly half of the screen, and I do the same for Clarity in Everyday Life. One page view, and here we go. So one thing that we want to notice, for example, in the template, is that every part of the template has a specific style. So first I highlight the paragraph mark here, this P, and then I'll show you that every part has a specific style. I'm going to choose 2 pages, and I minimize the ribbon here so that I can see as wide as possible. And now you'll see from home this little arrow here, styles, and I go down into options and I choose only, I select the style in use and I deselect all these options here, and you'll see that we have a limited number of styles that have been applied to every part of the template. So for example, if you press title, oh no, don't press title otherwise you change already something. Every time you press, you apply a style. So I just go to this little arrow here and I see select all 2 instances. It will show me which paragraphs have been styled with a title style, and you can do this for all these different titles to see every part has a style. Even spaces have a style. Like if I choose space before heading 3, select all 3 instances, you can see here that the space before the 3rd level of titles, because we have heading 1, the biggest, heading 2 that comes after, and heading 3 are the smaller subchapter titles. So before the space before heading 3, this little space has its own style, so that it keeps the right distance between the text beforehand and the heading 3, and here as well. Okay, so let's go at the beginning and view one page. Can close the style window and put it back to its side of the screen. So we're going to use the template as our new document and transfer all the text from the translated version of Clarity in Everyday Life into our template. So the way we do it is we select the first title here, just text, not the paragraph mark, just text. I do copy and I paste it here, right, just selecting the text, and I do paste special as unformatted text. And it's here it becomes underlined in red because the grammar corrector is spell check is in English, but we can change that afterwards. So we have done this for the main title, and we can do the same for all the other titles. We just copy. Let's do it for this second title here. Copy and paste here, and I have my icon here, paste special. I double click on unformatted text, and you can see that these are the paragraph marks. They just keep the right spacing between the titles. So if we go on to the second page, we can do the same for the second title here. We can go down and So now here we have the copyright. We don't have the copyright yet on the French version, but then it can be created. And you can see here all these paragraph marks just keep the right spacing. It can be done a different way, but and then we have a section break here that brings all the text that comes after into a new section, a new page, and a new section. And if the paragraph, the copyright goes into the next page, like in this case, for example, it's on the next page. Like if you can view 2 pages, you can see that it's gone onto the next page. So you can just take cancel one of the paragraph, and it comes back into the right page, and the following page starts with a table of content. It's completely neat. View one page. So now we've done the copyright, and we can leave the table of content aside for the moment, because it reflects what's in the rest of the book. So first we complete the rest of the book, and then we update the table of content. So we can just go past it into the note, the second edition, and we do the same. We copy and paste the title. So you can see here that every paragraph of text after a title have no spacing before the beginning. And it is a specific style. If we go into Home, Styles, you will see that this paragraph, when I highlight it, it shows me that it is a text plus first line 0 space. So, and that's the way it's formatted. So for example, I can take the whole text here, I copy, and I paste it here. Paste as unformatted text, and then I can select the first paragraph, and I can press text plus first line 0, and the other two, they should be already in their text style. So that's perfect. And I can go into the next page, editor's introduction, and I do the same for the editor introduction. And then I have here, this one is an extension of the table of content, so I can copy and paste it at the end after I've completed the table of content. And I go into the first chapter here, and I do the same with the title. I copy and paste, only I have to pay attention that I might need to add a text wrapping to make it look good here. This little arrow here that it appears when I press the paragraph mark, it shows that the text has been wrapped. So what I do, I just paste the French version, and then I go here, maybe I cancel the spacing, and I do page layout, orientation, text wrapping, so that it looks like I want it to look. Now I paste chapter 1, I paste the title, the heading 3 here into its English version, and then I can do the text. And when I do the text now, because it's dull to do bit by bit, I can do everything at the same time. I can copy the whole text that includes some headings 3 as well, as you can see. I can copy the whole text for the first chapter up to here, copy, and I paste it onto the templates text up to this very end here, paste as unformatted text. And now I just go about formatting every paragraph. So this first. I'm going to format it as text plus first line. I can use a shortcut that's much easier. I can go into text plus first line, 0 spacing, modify shortcut key, format shortcut key, and I already added a Control 0, Control O shortcut key. I assign the key and I close it. Okay, now I select the first paragraph and I do simply Control O and it takes the spacing away. Then I make sure that this one is all text, it's all text. I can assign a shortcut key here, or just press text. And then this spacing also is remember, is the spacing that is before the heading 3 or the smaller subchapter heading. So I just press it. You can see how it has been formatted differently, and then I can select the heading 3 and press heading 3, and then I can go on. I'm not sure if the subchapters there should be also 0 spacing after the subchapter headings, if I'm not mistaken. We can double check it. Can double check it on the new template. Okay, and then you can go on like this and do format the rest of the book this way. It's much quicker to do with shortcut keys. Heading 3, text without spacing, and then that's it. Basically, you just go and format the whole text. And here you have the last part of the book, which is Balance Few Resources, and it has its own spacing here. This paragraph is probably a text plus no indentation. And that's it. All you need to do is just to copy and paste some other chapters if you need to have more template chapters, and you will see that they have a page break at the end. So that's all you need to do. Just go all the way to the last part of the book. And in the next tutorial we'll see how to format the table of content.